Hello, good morning students. See, in our last lecture we complete up to illustration number 17 and I was give you the homework of last sum of exercise 1.3, but some student asked me about the question number 4 and 5, that is it is in your doubt. So now I am doing that particular sum number 4 and 5 of exercise 1.3, right? So we will start with our question exercise 1.3, question number 4. See, first of all I am reading the question. Find the Laspeyres, Paasche and Fisher's index number for the year 2015 with the base year 2014 using the following information. See here, unit, in the unit column 20 kg, kg, quintal and dozen is given, but here in the A item 20 kg in the unit is given and in the quantity column kg is given. So here the 20 is the extra amount, right? We have to remove that 20 with the dividing price with the price of current year as well as the base year. Okay. Okay. So in item B, kg is given and gram is given, right? So we have to convert at that time again the kilogram into gram, and in the quintal item C, quintal is given and kg is given, that's why we have to convert quintal into kg, and in the fourth item, that is D, dozen is given in the unit column and species is given in the quantity column. So here we have to convert for all items into our regular form, and that means we have to convert our question. We have to first write our original question and then we have to convert the question and then we can find out the answer. So this is the procedure, and for that we have to do the working note. So I am writing that first items that is A, B, C and D, only 4 items are there. Then in the unit column C, we have to write the unit column when we are converting into which we have to know the for that working notes. See here I am doing here working notes. First, for item number A, for item A, see here 20 kg is given in the unit column, that means here, and in the quantity column kg is given. So here kg is equal, but the extra amount is 20. So we have to remove it by dividing with the price of current year as well as the price of the base year. So here P0 is equal to what? 80 rupees. 80 divided by 20. So here the price is 4, and for P1 120 and dividing by 20 the price is 6. That's why here the price for the item A is 4 and 6, and we have to write kg in the unit column. P0 then P1. What is P0? Here 4. Then P1 is equal to 6. Then Q0 Here Q0 is equal to 5 kg, that is 5, and Q1 is equal to 7 kg. No change in the quantity because we are changing in the price. So we have to change only in one, here in price or in quantity. But sometimes there are changes in quantity as well as in price. But the question regarding that item is in the next question. So I explain you in the next question that at one time, at one item is given and we have to change the price as well as the quantity. At which time, that we will understand in the next question. Now see the calculation for item B. For item B, see here kg is given and in the quantity column GM, that is gram is given, right? So see, whenever we have to convert kg into gram or quintal into kg, we have to show whatever amount given in the price as well as in the quantity. What is the highest amount is given? See, in this B item, quantity is given 2400 gram and 4000 gram. See, the item kg is given here and in the quantity column the amount is very high, that is 2400 as well as 4000, and in the price column 20 and 24 is given. So at the time of converting kg into gram or quintal into kg, we have to show the price as well as quantity. Whichever highest amount is given, we have to convert that particular item. Okay, so here we are converting the quantity. See, 1 kg is equal to 1000 gram, right? Now see, here we have to convert quantity because the quantity is in the thousand. 2400 is the quantity of the base year divided by 1000. So 2.4 kg is the answer for the quantity of item B, and then 4000 for Q1. So 4000 divided by 1000, that is 4 kg, is the quantity of the current year. And now we have to write item B, and we have to write, see, we have to converting gram into kg. That's why here we have to write in the unit column as it is, no change, that is kg. What is the price? 20 and 24 is the price. What is the quantity now? 2.4 kg and 4 kg. So here in the quantity column we have to write 2.4 and 4. It is the calculation of item B. Now for item C, here the calculation of for item C. What is the calculation for that? See here, 1 quintal. See, quintal is given in the unit column, and here in the quantity column kg is given, right? So we have to convert, first of all, 1 quintal is equal to 100 kg. We have to convert what? Quantity or price? That we show in the question, that what is the amount of which, that is price or quantity, is higher. We have to convert that. Here the price is 2000 and 2800 is given, and the quantity is 10 kg and 15 kg. So the price is higher amount, that's why we have to convert the price. That's why here we have to write that P0 is equal to 2000 divided by 100, that is 20. See here, the price is given for 2000 is for 1 quintal and 2800 is also for 1 quintal, but we want the price of kg. That's why the price of per kg is 20 rupees right now. Price of 100 kg, that is 1 quintal, is 2000. So the price of 1 kg is what? See, here we can write like that. If price of 100 kg is equal to 2000, what is the price of 1 kg? Here price of 100 kg is 2000 rupees, and what is the price of 1 kg? Here the price of 1 kg is 20 rupees. Again, P1 is equal to 2800 divided by 100, that is 28 is the price for the current year. Okay, so here we have to write, see, we are converting quintal into kg, that's why here we have to write again kg. Price is, we are converting 20 per kg and 28 per kg. Then 10 and 15 kg is the quantity. So here 3 items, calculation for 3 items is over. Now for item number D, see, dozen is given in the unit column and pieces is given in the quantity column. That is 1 dozen is equal to 12 pieces. Right? Okay. Now see, the price and the quantity, which is the multiplier or division, which can we divide by 12 or multiplier of 12, we can convert that amount only. 48 and 72 both are the multiplier of 12, that's why we can convert that into pieces. That means the price of the dozen is given, we want the price of pieces, and that's why we have to convert that. P0 is equal to what? 48 rupees, but it is a price of 1 dozen. We want the price of 1 piece. That's why divided by 12. So the price of 1 piece is 4, and P1 72 divided by 12. The price of 1 piece is 6. See, we cannot convert 30 and 35 into price, because here see the 30 divided by 12, the answer is 2.5, but 35 divided by 12, the answer is 2.9166666. So here the answer is not in a integer, or you can say fraction, but after point there are number of digits. That's why we cannot convert the quantity, we have to convert the price here. Okay, so we have to write that here pieces, because we are converting dozen into piece. The price for 1 piece is 4 and the price for 1 piece is 6. Now 30 pieces is there in the quantity and 35 pieces is there in the current year quantity. So now it is conversion of regular original question into our question, that is we have to convert by this way. We have to make a working note for this, and then we can got the answer, original answer. Okay, because here the sum, original sum is given in the mixture, we have to convert in one form and then we can got the answer. Now the simple, we have to multiply P1 Q0, then P0 Q0, then P1 Q1, and then P0 Q1. So here we have to make a 4 columns. We have to multiply these 4, but we have to be careful in the multiplication. If the multiplication is wrong, our question, our sum is wrong. So be careful. 6 into 5, P1 Q0, right? 6 into 5, that is 30. 24 into 2.4, 57.6. 28 into 10, 280, and 6 into 30, that is 180. Here sigma P1 Q0 is equal to 30 plus 57.6 plus 280 plus 180, 547.6 is the total of P1 Q0. Now the multiplication of P0 Q0. P0 Q0 means 4 5s are, that is 20. 20 into 2.4, 48. Then P0 Q0, 20 into 10, that is 200. And the last one is 30 into 4, that is 120. Make the total here 20 plus 48 plus 200 plus 120. The answer is 388. Sigma P0 Q0 is equal to 388. Right? Now the multiplication of P1 Q1. This is the P1, this is the Q1. Right? Now see here, 6 7s are 42, 24 4s are 96, 28 15s are 420, and 6 35s are, that is 210. So make the total first. 42 plus 96 plus 420 and plus 210. The answer is 768. Do by yourself please, because I am doing. (42 plus 96 plus 420 plus 210). 768. Sigma P1 Q1 is equal to 768, right? And last one is sigma P0 Q1. P0 and Q1. 4 7s are. Then 24s are. Then 15, 20, 300, and then 35 4s are 140. Make the total 28 plus 80 plus 300 plus 140. That is sigma P0 Q1 is equal to 548. Okay. So here our calculation is over and we want Laspeyres, Paasche and Fisher index number. So here I am writing IL is equal to sigma P1 Q0 upon sigma P0 Q0 into 100. Second one IP, that is sigma P1 Q1 upon sigma P0 Q1 into 100. And whenever these two are there, we have to just write the Fisher's formula as IF is equal to in square root IL into IP. Right? So this is the formula, and just putting the value here. What is sigma P1 Q0? That is 547.6 divided by P0 Q0 388 into 100. What is the answer? The answer is 141.1340. That's why 141.1340. The third digit after point is 4. That's why we don't change any amount. The answer is 141.13. Now put the value here. 768 divided by 548 into 100. The answer is 140.1459. See, 140.14, then third digit is 5. That's why we are adding 1. That is 140.15 is the ultimate answer for IP. And now we have to just put the value here. See, if whenever we are taking this formula, if the answer of any one is wrong, the answer of IF is also wrong. So please be careful about calculating for IL and IP, because if any one is wrong, your IF is also wrong, because we are taking this answer into this formula. That is 141.13 into 140.15. So here the multiplication, 141.13 into 140.15. See, some students are doing the mistakes that they just multiply the amount and then they do not find out the square root of that, and they ask that, sir, I have a doubt, I am not getting the answer. Please do carefully that the answer, this is not your answer. 19779.3695, that is 37, but we have to find out the square root of this. Don't write other than square root, we have to find out first square root. The answer is, see, the answer is near to 141, and 140 is the IL and IP, right? So answer is near or in between to the 141 and 140, and the exact answer is, right now I am writing 140.6391, that is 64. Right? So here IL, IF and IP, 3 questions are there, and we complete that. This is your 5 mark sum. First of all, write down this. It is also an important question, so please do it carefully. And also again, question number 5 of exercise 1.3 is also important. It is also an IMP question, and that's why I am doing that right now. Okay? Can I remove it? Okay. See that? Now, read the question first. Find the ideal index number for the following data for the year 2015. See here, item A, B, C, D, 4 item is given, In unit column 20 kg, 5 dozen kg and 5 liter is given. See, in the item A, 20 kg is given. In the quantity column, kg is given. So here again the 20 is the extra amount. We have to remove it by dividing with the price. So here for item A, I am doing the calculation first, working note first, and here I am writing the question first. Item A, B, C, D, question number 5. Then unit column. In unit column, we have to just write kg because in the unit column kg is given. In the quantity column again the kg is given. That's why we have to write kg in the unit column. Here P0. See, the style of the question is changed again. Here price and quantity of the base year is given, then price and quantity of the current year is given, right? So we have, see, one mistake is there. Base year 2014 is given, and again in the question base year 2015 is given. See, that is not a base year, that is the current year, right? So it is not a base year. Just you have to change the question base year 2014 and current year 2015, or you can say that price and quantity of the base year is given first and the price or quantity of the current year is given in the next point. P0. See, in the previous question price or price is given, then quantity and quantity is given. Here price quantity is given. So be careful while reading or writing the question. P0, Q0, then P1 and the Q1. Right? So here kg. Now for I am doing the working note. For that 20 kg is given. 20 is the extra amount, so we have to remove the 20 kg. That's why P0 is equal to 120 divided by 20, that is 6, and P1 is equal to 280. See here, not 10. The price is 280. 10 is the quantity. So keep in mind 280 divided by 20. P1 is equal to 280 divided by 20, that is 14. Right? So the price of current year, base year is 6 and the price of current year is 14. And what is the quantity? 10 and 15. 10 is the quantity of base year and the 15 is the quantity of the current year. Okay, so now complete item A. Now item B, 5 dozen. See here, dozen. 1 dozen is equal to 12 pieces, right? See here 5 dozen is given, that is 5 is the extra amount. We have to divide it by price compulsory. Whenever any extra amount is given, any extra digit is given in the unit column, we have to divide that extra digit with the price compulsory. And here see, in the quantity column dozen is already given for that base year, but in the current year 48 pieces is given. So we have to convert that 48 pieces into the dozen, and we have to convert again extra 5 by dividing the price of that particular year. See here the calculation for P0. 5 is the extra digit, so we have to divide it by the price. 120 is the price of base year divided by 5, that is 24 is the 1 dozen price, right? Then P1 140 What is the price of P1? 140 divided by 5. That is 28. So here the price of 2 year is given 24 and 28 is the price of per dozen, right? It is the price of 5 dozen is given. Here 120 is the price of 5 dozen and the 140 is also the price of 5 dozen. But we want the price of only 1 dozen. That's why we are dividing that 5 and we got the price of per dozen, that is 24 and 28. Okay, and now see in the quantity here, quantity and price, I told you that only one will change in quantity or in price, but here the changes is there because 5 is the extra amount is given, right? And in the quantity column there are 2 different quantities given. In the base year 3 dozen is given and in the current year 48 pieces is given. So we have to convert that 48 pieces, that is Q1, into dozen compulsory, because quantity of base year as well as the quantity of the current year is unit of that, both are always equal compulsory, right? So here 3 dozen is given in the base year quantity but 48 pieces is given. So 48, here I am doing that, Q1 is equal to 48 divided by 12, that is 4 dozen. Okay, 4 dozen is the quantity for the current year. Now I am writing here dozen as it is, no change. Price of the per dozen is 24 in the base year, 28 in the current year. Quantity is given 3 dozen in the base year and 4 dozen we find out that in the current year. We don't have to write here 48. See, some students are doing mistakes here, that is they are taking 48 or they are taking 120 or 140 here. So the answer, they don't get the answer. So be careful while doing this. That is the item B is most difficult, so be careful while doing this. Okay, now item C, 1 kg gram 1 kg, then gram and then again kg. So we just have to convert 1 kg is equal to 1000 gram. See here, kg is given in the unit column. Then for quantity of base year 5000 gram is given. See, I told you in my last sum that whenever kg, gram, quintal all are given, we have to convert the highest amount into the lowest amount. 5000 is the highest amount, that is 5000 gram. So we have to divide 1000 with this and we are converting 5000 gram into 5 kg. Now all the remaining things are equal, that is kg, 4 kg, 8 kg, 5000 gram, that is 5 kg and then 4 kg. So we don't have to change any of the remaining amount, we just have to change 5000 gram. So here now kg is the unit, price 4 and 8, quantity 5000 gram, that is 5 kg, and in the quantity of current year 4 kg. Okay, so here item C is over, and now for item D. See, I told you in my last or second last lecture that whenever liter, meter is given, we don't have to change anything, but whenever the extra digit, extra amount is given in the unit column at whatever time, that is at liter, meter or whatever, where at anywhere, then we have to convert that or we have to divide it with the price. Okay, so here 5 liter is given Here we just have to write only liter, right? And we have to convert that with dividing price. P0 is equal to, what is the price of P0? That is 52 divided by 5. The answer is 10.4. And what is P1? 58 divided by 5, 1.6. See here, 5 is a extra amount, so we have to divide it with the price. So 52 is the base year price and we are dividing by 5. That's why the answer is 10.4. Per liter price is 10.4 and per liter price for the current year is 11.6. Okay, so here price is 10.4, then the price is 11.6, then the quantity is 15 liter and 20 liter. So now it is easy, we just have to multiply it. P1 Q0, P0 Q0, P1 Q1, and then P0 Q1. See, it is easy to calculate. I think so. Now you can do this sum at your homework. It is easy to calculate right now. See, whatever you got here, that is P1 sigma P1 Q0. You have to write here sigma P0 Q0. Again you have to write here, and you got the IL. Okay, again sigma P1 Q1 and sigma P0 Q1, you got the IP. But here keep in mind that here they don't ask IL and IP. If we are writing this here and this here, then we got IL and IP. But the question is find out the ideal index number. They don't ask find out last pair, find out Fisher's or find out past chase index number. They just ask about the ideal index number, and that is only the Fisher's index number. That's why we don't write this formula, any of the formula. We just have to write one formula for that, and that is IF is equal to, see here, ideal index number means Fisher's index number, and we have to write this one, sigma P1 Q0 upon sigma P0 Q0 into sigma P1 Q1 upon sigma P0 Q1, and after that, after the square root, multiply with 100, and we just have to put all four values here, then find out the square root and then multiply with the 100, and we got the answer. Okay, so it is your homework. Right now I am converting full sum into our regular format, and now just you have to multiply and put the value into the formula. Okay, so here now it is complete, and now see the time for homework. I am writing your homework here. See, we are not doing any extra sum, that is after illustration 17 we are not doing any extra sum. So right now I am giving the homework of exercise 1 section E, question number 1, 4 and 5. See, See the question first on page number 52. Find the general index number. You have to find out the general index number. See here, unit column is given, but we have to ignore it because we don't need any here quantity, kilogram, dozen, meter, liter, because there is no any quantity column is given. So you just have to find out the general index number, that is as per the illustration number 2, right? P1 divided by P0, then total of sigma P1 P0, and then divided by 5 and multiply by 100, that is your general index number. So it is very easy. Now question number after 1, that is 4th question. See, use the following information to find out fixed base index number with the base year 2008 and index number by taking the average price of 2008-9 as the base year price. See, it is the illustration as per the illustration number 5. Base year, taking base year as 2008, you have to find out the fixed base index number, and by taking the average of 2008-9 price as a fixed base index number, and you have to find out the fixed base index number from that. So it is again easy. 4th question, and the last one, that is 5th. The index number of the different groups of industries, output of a city, and the weights of the groups are given below. Here index number, that is I, and then weight, that is W, is given. So it is our as per the our illustration number 17. That is the last illustration we did in our last lecture. So this is 3 sums. These are the 3 sums that you have to do in your homework. Okay. Thank you, class.